Just as the world is lifting lockdown restrictions in various parts of the world, another seriously deadly disease has showed its face in China. It is the bubonic plague. The WHO says that people need not worry, people need not panic about the plague becoming a pandemic. But the warning in China about this bubonic plague is effective until the end of this year. So, do we or do we not worry about this bubonic plague? The answer is we do not have to worry about this plague, and you will know why at the end of this episode. So, plague is a bacterial disease transmitted through flea bites and infected animals. It is one of the deadliest bacterial infections in human history. In the Middle Ages, it killed an estimated 50 million people in Europe, and in India alone, it killed 12 million people. The bubonic plague, which was known as the Black Death in the Middle Ages, is a highly infectious and often fatal disease that is spread mostly by rodents. These plague outbreaks have become very rare. Bubonic plague is one of plague's three forms, and it causes painful, swollen lymph nodes as well as fever, chills, and coughing. At present, there is a risk of a human plague epidemic spreading in this Mongolian city. You definitely would have heard about how there are plague cases in Mongolia and how there are chances that it could turn into an epidemic. That is because last week 2 cases of bubonic plague were confirmed in Mongolia in brothers who ate rodent meat. Last May, a couple in Mongolia died from bubonic plague after eating the raw kidney of a rodent, which was thought to be a folk remedy for good health. 2 more people got pneumonic plague, which is another form of plague which infects the lungs. So far, 146 people who were in contact with those bubonic plague patients are isolated and they are being treated. The Mongolian authorities are also asking people to take extra precautions to minimize the human-to-human transmission, and they are also urging people not to hunt or eat those animals that could cause these infections. Any abnormalities in health should be reported, and authorities in the Inner Mongolia region announced a level 3 warning of plague prevention and control. This warning will go on till the end of 2020. Public is also warned to report findings of dead or sick rodents. Actually, I forgot to say what rodents are. Rodents are a type of large ground squirrel that is eaten in some parts of China and Mongolia. And historically, these animals are the reasons for the plague outbreaks in this region. Russia has also stepped up patrols to stop people from hunting those rodents near its border with China and Mongolia. Plague actually comes in 3 forms: pneumonic plague, bubonic plague, and septicemic plague. The plague outbreaks are not something very new. It happens every now and then, and it is very highly unlikely that it will become an epidemic or a pandemic. That is because we do have treatments and antibiotics for plague now. The plague, of course, was a very huge deal back in the days, that is before the era of antibiotics. But now we have a wide range of antibiotics and treatments. So it is 2020 and we need not worry about the plague becoming another pandemic now.